Hey everyone, it's been a while since my last update, like a few months, and I've just had so much going on, so I thought I'd give an update after, I guess my last update was after I had gone in to have that LEEP surgery done. I went back to my surgeon and it turned out that after getting the LEEP, they had found quite a few more precancerous cells that went all the way up into my uterus. So they had to schedule an emergency. Oh, don't mind, that's Bailey behind me. Hey Bailey. Hey Bailey. They had to schedule an emergency vaginal hysterectomy for me. So in June, I had gone in to get that done, and it was a full 8-week recovery for me because I have fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue on top of that. So it was a full recovery, but I am now fully recovered. I'm glad I did it. No more periods. Full disclosure, and I'm doing quite well now. I guess I just wanted to update because we did cover topics previously on this page about fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue, and I am trying to put a bit of a community together where we can come together and talk about chronic illnesses and how we as warriors cope. So now, since my surgery, well, my landlords had come to me right before my surgery. This is so hard, and told me that they want to list my house. This community where I've moved to has been so wonderful for myself and my kids. It's like I'm a meditation coach, I'm a Reiki practitioner, I'm a bars practitioner. I do things here, like I make those big chunky blankets out of that really thick wool, and I make them with my hands, and it helps my fibro, making things like that. And I sell those. And this place where I live has been like my little sanctuary. It's been a wonderful little place for me. I live in a beautiful little beach community right down by the beach. My street I live on, my kids literally come home from school, drop off their backpacks, and they're running right back outside. There's so many kids here on my street, and they just run outside and they play with all the kids outside, and it's just like a normal lifestyle for kids here. All the neighbors all look out for each other's kids. We all look out for each other here. And my landlords had come to me right before my surgery and said they wanted to list. I did explain to them that I was having major surgery done, so they did hold off a bit, but they came to me the other day and they said that they are putting the sign on the property, and the sign went up a few days ago, and I'm just devastated. So I'm being forced out of my house, and the community where I live, we have a big company nearby where quite a few people around here work, and they've just put in a big training center where they're employing thousands and thousands of people, and they make very good money through this company, and apparently unfortunately they're taking right over the housing market all throughout the whole region where I live. So people are jumping all over the opportunity to sell their houses for a lot more than what they're worth, and unfortunately this has affected the rental market as well. I'm not in the position to buy the house I'm living in right now, unfortunately. I would do anything to jump all over this and keep my kids stable and to keep myself stable. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting here right now looking out my window, and Somebody just drove by to check out the house. Somebody else is riding their bike by and checking out my house right now. And it breaks my heart that some other people are going to be living here and taking over where I've settled for the last couple of years. I was told when I moved in here that the person that owns this house was going to have this house forever and ever, and that I would be able to live here for years and years as long as I wanted it. I had a huge house before I moved here, and I downsized. All of this stuff you see behind me, other than the TV and some things on the walls, belonged to my landlords. I literally had to sell all of my furniture and everything because this house came fully furnished. So yeah, I had to sell everything, pretty much everything that I owned to move into this house, and I was told that I'd be able to live here pretty much as long as I needed. Then I'm told a year and a half later that they're selling, and now I have to move and go find other accommodations. So, and the rental market where we are now is just literally insane. So now to go find somewhere else to live, I'm going to be looking at double, maybe triple what I pay in rent to live where I live now. Anyways, I'm not here to tell a sob story, but when you're told that you're moving out, you're also expected by your landlords and the real estate agent who's selling the house that you're living in to clean the house, make sure it's spotless, make sure you do all this work around your house, because we're showing it to potential buyers and they have all these expectations of you. You do it, because what else are you going to do? So, but you also have fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue. You have a disability on top of it, and you're being told, you know, clean the house, do this and that, and you're being told, oh, showing tomorrow at this time, showing another one at this time, and this one, and so you need to be up and out of the house for this time and this time and this time. And like, how stressful is this when you have a disability and like fibromyalgia is your disability? Like, how, you know, so you have to be cleaning and running around and making sure everything's perfect for them, and then you need to be getting off your butt and making sure you're out of the house. So you're supposed to go somewhere and you're supposed to do something. And I'm just grateful that my kids are away at camp this week, because then I'd have to be packing up my kids, and I've got obviously pets here, so I have to make arrangements for the pets and this, that. Like, it's just ridiculous. So I don't know. I guess maybe this is a bit of a vent video. I don't know. Have any of you ever been in this situation? Any of you other warriors, you know, being told, have you ever been in a rental situation where you've been told, you know, time for you to go, but make sure the house is clean, and make sure you do this and do that, and be out at this time and be out at that time, and like, wow, like, it's just, and it's somewhere that you want to stay. Like, you know, it's somewhere that's been great for you. It's been great for your kids, and you're being told, nope, sorry, we're selling. So, anyways, so yeah, my landlords are coming today at noon to do a house inspection, and so I need to be gone for that. That's at noon, and then at 7 they have a showing tonight, and then I think somebody else is coming to look at something else for a quote today. So it's just overwhelming, you know, and you know, when you have fibro and you're already aching and tired and exhausted on top of everything. But also, does anybody else, when you're stressed out, when your stress levels get like up to here, do any of you get that jolty feeling throughout your body where it feels like you haven't taken your meds in a few days, but you have taken your meds, but you just get that like central nervous system thing where your stress level goes up, and it's like any noise, or like something falls on the floor and that little bang sound, or like a kid on the street screams and or something like that, and it just feels like a complete jolt to your whole system. It just feels like it's like you're completely shook. It goes straight from your head down to your toes, and it feels like an electric shock's coming out through your fingers, it's coming out through your eyes, it's coming out through your toes. Do any of you get that? I've been getting that like mad crazy, like since my stress level's gone up. It seems anytime my stress level goes up, it just comes on like crazy. And how do you deal with that? Like it's almost like when it feels like a withdrawal almost from the bottom of my mug. My dishwasher is not doing a good job. Look at that. What? Tastes good on the inside, but at the bottom. Yeah, do any of you ever get that like jolt? I call it the jolts every time that happens to me, but I think it's anxiety, and it feels like it's coming from right within your core, and it just goes like it just shoots through your whole body, and it feels like it's coming out your fingers, your eyes, and your toes. What is that? Does anybody know what that is? If you do, leave me a message in the comments below and explain that to me, or explain if anybody knows how to deal with that. Also, I wanted to mention, see if anybody else with fibro, chronic fatigue. Since my surgery, where I live here, it's like small town, small community. I've been researching it for a few years, but the keto diet, but not a lot of people around here do it, so it's not really talked about very often. But a couple of people I know around here started doing it a while ago. But my mom, who's from the city, she's been doing it for a while, and she's been doing really well on it. My mom, some of you may know, my mom has MS, and I have fibro, and it's helped my mom immensely. My mom is like a true warrior. Like she has MS. It's come back again lately. She went through her period where you wouldn't even know she had it, but lately it's come back a little bit. But man, she's been doing keto, and she gets out every day, and she's walking, and she's eating well, and she's taking great care of herself, and she's doing an amazing job. So she came up here to help me out after my surgery for a couple of weeks, and I told her, since you're going to be doing my cooking and things like that for me, I've been researching keto, so you know what, cook for me the same way you would cook for yourself at home. Just do everything the same. I want to see what keto's like. So she did that when she came up, and I was like, wow, this is a lot easier than I thought it would be. So I've kept with it since, and I have found that it actually has helped quite a bit with fibro. I'm actually pretty amazed with it, and I've lost some weight. I don't actually have a scale at home, but I can feel it in my clothes. I can feel that there's been some weight loss, but more importantly, I think it really helped accelerate my healing after the surgery, and I can really feel the difference with the inflammation in my body. As most of us know with fibro, it's like a head to toe thing, but you feel it in every corner of your body, and it switches around and this and that. For me, I kind of felt it just like a general all over feeling most of the time, like it would just sort of ache all day long, kind of all over. I haven't had that feeling since I've been doing keto, so it really has helped with general inflammation. The last few weeks, I've had an issue with my Achilles heel, like the back of your foot. I don't know what I did or what happened. I believe it's just fibro, but it feels like, major inflammation back there. Then it kind of moved around to the front part of my foot. So like if this, I don't want to show my foot, but if this is your foot, kind of like the back part of your foot, then it kind of moved around my ankle, and then it was to the front part of my foot. So I've been feeling it kind of all around there the last, I would say, couple of weeks. Kind of goes up the back of my leg and into my knee a little bit. But yeah, but that's sort of been it since I've been doing keto. That so it affects my walks and things like that. I'm not able to get out and walk as far when I'm going downstairs. I really feel like I kind of have to do a little hop down the stairs. But as for like fibro pain, that's been about it lately. So I've still been sorry, hold on, Luna. This is Luna. She gets excited because I have a cat too. Stop it. But that's sort of been it for fibro pain. Like that, like really no other complaints. I also am one of these people that I live with like the daily headaches, where I wake up every day with a headache and have a headache all day, and I take topiramate for that. I've been doing that for years and years, but I've even found that my headaches haven't been as bad. You know, for those of you that also live with those daily headaches where you just kind of walk around with a headache every day, and some days it'll go like into migraine mode or cluster headache. Like some days it'll be worse than normal, and you know what I'm talking about, other than just the general headache that you have every day. I haven't been getting those, so my headaches have really just kind of been level and at like a lower grade every day. They haven't been as noticeable. So I mean, I am benefiting from keto. So I think in future when I do some of these videos, I'll keep you updated on the keto progress. And you know, if any of you are doing keto and you're finding that it's helping, please leave me some comments below, and maybe we can chat or share some recipes or tips and this and that. Okay, I'm going to cut it off there because these dogs are getting excited over the cat. But anyways, I just wanted to leave that quick update because I haven't checked in with you guys in a while, and I do want to keep posting these videos and, you know, trying to create a community around chronic illnesses and let us come together and have a space to share. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Stop it. Come here. Come say goodbye to everyone. Come say, look in there. Come say goodbye. Come say goodbye. Okay, everybody have a peaceful day and namaste.